there. Welcome to another Project Life, Project 365 page, or a page anytime that you have a lot of photos that you want to scrapbook. For this one, I'm going to be doing the last couple of weeks of February. I wanted to end February so that I could do all of the month of March as one layout. So if you're following along with this for Project Life, we'll have this layout, and then it'll be a few weeks before I do another Project Life video. I'll have other videos to fill in with other scrapbook pages. But I want to show you how you can do a whole month together. So in March, I'm just going to take my pictures and hang on to them and do the month as one page or double page spread. I did that a couple of times in 2010 when I did Project Life before, because there were times that we just got busy and I just couldn't get all those, weekly or bi-weekly pages done. So I thought I'd show you how you could do this on a monthly basis as well. This one, though, is a 2-week layout, and I have plenty of places to put photos. You could adapt this for more or fewer photos. I have it set up for 14. The other blocks are pattern papers, but you could substitute, put more photos in, if you do fewer photos, change those to journaling. Very versatile sketch. And I'm even going to have a little bit of hidden journaling in this one as well, because there's a lot to talk about. And after I did the layout and all and put these little circly things in there, I decided that my theme for this page would be conversations. So instead of having circles here, I'm going to be using some conversation bubbles. And the way I'm going to do conversation bubbles, one tool that I have for doing them is my Cricut. They're real popular right now. There are stamps that do conversation bubbles. There are lots of papers that already have them on there, and you just type in or write in what you want to say and cut those out. But there are a couple of other methods as well. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to show you a couple of other things that you can do without having to buy anything special to do conversation bubbles. Also, you'll notice that going along the layout, there's a row of border strips. I have some border. A lot of times I cut papers for that, but in this case I have some border stickers, and I want to show you how to use those if you only have typically one of each, but to how to use them across a double page spread. So my photos for today are a variety of different things over the last couple of weeks. A few of them I went ahead and cropped down to the size that I'm going to need on here. These are 3 inches wide by 2 1/4 inches high. Others, I knew it would be fairly easy to crop them, so I didn't worry about it. I just sent them off to print, and that gave me a little bit less time at the computer. So I'll get all those cropped. For papers, a layout like this is great for 6x6 pads. So I started with this one from My Mind's Eye, and this is going to be probably my main color scheme and paper. So I've pulled it, and I've got several other papers that I know I want to use, and I'll just go through these pads and pull out some different ones. I think I counted up, there's something like 11 blocks right now. I could do them all different. I'll probably pick maybe half a dozen papers and repeat some of the patterns so it doesn't get overly busy. I also know that I want to use my little people again this time. I'm going to create a vignette over here next to the title with 2 of the largest people wood veneer pieces from Studio Calico, and then maybe some conversation bubbles around those. So those are some things that I have planned for the page, and I'm going to get my photos cropped and some papers cropped and come back and start assembling this on craft cardstock. Okay, I'm placing my photos. Let's take a look at the sketch. There's going to be these photos up here. I want at least one of them to be the 2 of us, so I think I'll use this one up here. This area down here is going to have my hidden journaling, and it relates to this photo, so I think it'll probably go there. It also relates somewhat to the weather, so I think I'll do some of the weather photos down there as well. Other things that I look for in placing photos is the photos of the 2 of us, whether it's individual or together. I want to spread those out and mix them in with some of the photos of inanimate objects, and also kind of mix up between the close-up photos versus the ones that are taken from quite a distance. See what other photos that I would want to go up here by themselves. I may put one of the weather photos up there. They were actually taken at different times. I have a photo of the two of us on this page, so I definitely want to put one of the other photos of the two of us over on this page. I know this one's going to have a speech bubble coming out from it, so it might be good to put it here so that speech bubble can rest on this pattern paper. Okay, this is just one pass through. I'm just going to kind of look over them and see if they look good to me, and again how the speech bubbles are going to be, which ones are going to have speech bubbles, and if there's a place for that speech bubble to rest. Like this one, if I put a speech bubble out here, it would end up laying probably over top of the books, and that wouldn't work if I decide to have one for that. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with where the photos are going. I know this one's going to have speech bubbles, so it'll go over here to the side. This one probably will, and it can go on this side. And all the others are organized that way. I have some close-up things here, and here, and here. The two of us, those pictures are on different pages. And then pictures of me on different pages. I only have one of Lenny this week. I thought the bird one worked well up here on the top, kind of off from other things. And I know I won't have a speech bubble for that. So I'm pretty happy with those. Now it's time to start placing my squares, my 2 1/4 by 3 inch squares of pattern paper. So I'm just going to spread these out a little bit. I'm just kind of putting them on opposite pages. One of these, yeah, there's this. Something interesting on the back. And this is kind of where I need to just leave it out, maybe move an item or two, and just let it sit for a little while. So this is usually where I would step off and work on another project, or go downstairs and fold laundry or something, and then come back and take a fresh eye at it before I glue everything down. Okay, I have all of the squares glued down except for this one block. This is where I'm going to have some journaling tucked underneath. So what I did with it was glue the 4 pieces onto a scrap piece of designer paper, and I'm using some Creative Memories photo tape, and then I'm going to adhere this to the layout so that it will create a pocket. And then I can slip my journaling down inside this pocket. I'm also ready to go ahead and put on my borders. When you're working with border stickers across a 2 12-inch wide spread, and you only have one sticker of each kind, then you have to kind of come up with some creative ways to make it look like it's all cohesive. One thing you can do is to take a sticker and put it across part of one page and then part of the other. So maybe start a little more than halfway on one side and continue part way over to the other side with one of the border stickers, and then take another border sticker and fill in the 2 ends. And something else that you can do sometimes is you can split a sticker and use it on 2 pages. And I've got 2 different stickers here that would work really well to split them. Take them to my paper trimmer and cut right down the middle, and then I've got 2 12-inch strips. And I'm going to do that with this one. because this one actually should look really good when it's split, look like a scallop design. So I'm going to do that and put it across both of the pages. And then I'm going to add over the top a strip of orange paper. One of the pieces I was considering for the squares was this orange paper, and I decided that it would look better to use it as a strip for the border, because this was the only thing I had that was 12 by 12. Everything else came out of 6-inch paper pads, but since I had a full strip of this, a little tiny bit of it as a border would kind of pull all the different colors together. So let me cut this one in half. Okay, and now I have 2 strips. Put this one on the other side. And I don't want it to end up over the top of this piece, because I'm going to need to be able to get my paper down inside of that. I want it to line up. Still want to make sure this is free for the journaling to go into. And I'm going to trim up a little piece of orange to go across the top of this, just to kind of finish it off, just a very narrow strip of orange. Okay. And I'll glue those on probably with some Tombow adhesive, and I'm going to tuck this one underneath here. Okay. Okay, and then I'll be ready to add I'll probably use some Tombow adhesive for that, and then I'll be ready to add my speech bubble.